Hi everyone, welcome back to my little YouTube channel. Today is another video with a difference. Today I'm doing a video of our new Easy Clear pond pump that we've bought for the pond. The reason why I'm doing the video is I've been trying to research these for many weeks. There isn't a single video online that really shows much about them. There's lots of unboxing videos, but there's not any videos of them actually being used. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm just in the house, quickly filming this in the living room. You'll have to excuse any mess because we're in the middle of decorating. And the poor sound quality because I don't have an external microphone here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what comes with it, and then tomorrow I'm going to show you it put in a pond. So this is the one we bought, which is the Easy Clear 9000 model, which is, I think it's 9,000 litres a minute. I think that's what it stands for. I'll put that on the screen if I'm incorrect. So this is the one we've got. It's also got a UV light in it to keep the water green free. So this is what you get. All the filter medium, etc. I'm not going to faff on too long showing you what you get because there are lots of those videos. So this is the unit itself. It's quite a big unit actually if you showed compared to the box. Not that shows anything because who knows what size the box is. So anyway, so it comes with this. This is where the UV light is in here. This is so you can use it as a waterfall as well. So you connect your waterfall there or a water feature. This is where the water comes out, so this is adjustable, so you can move it around if your pond isn't completely flat, which most people's aren't. It's got a 10-metre cable, doesn't come with a plug. It's a legal requirement that if you have one of these pond pumps, it can't come with a plug. The reason for that is so you get a electrician to fit it rather than just plug it in yourself. Comes with these, which I think are extension tubes, so you'd stick them on there. Makes the fountain taller. It's got a few different jets. That's a flow restrictor. It's got that jet there, this jet there, and also one of these which makes a nice big mushroom. There's instructions. So this one is the 6,000, 7,500 and 9,000. It must have the same kit and caboodles because that's the same instruction book. So I'm going to show you what's inside here. As I say, this bit's just going to be quick, because tomorrow I'm going to show you it in the water, because what I've never seen is a video of how high the fountain goes. There's a picture in the box, but this is the first time I've seen that. So if you open these two flaps, try and do this one-handed. I'm so professional, I should have really got a tripod. So I'll just put the camera down and I'll open the two flaps. There we go, O's the Pro. So it's got these filter mediums, the sponges, which you can just clean every so often. It's got some of these. I think they're just kind of pebbles, to be honest. I thought there was something a bit more technical, but they look like they are just gravelly pebbles. And then there's some more filter medium. And there's these things as well, which are little plastic beads. They've got a name for them, and I'm sure if I looked at the instructions, I could find out. But if you're going to buy one of these, you probably already know. And the pump is actually inside there. So the reason we picked this one was, it's all in one. It seemed to only have one mains cable. There was another one that we were recommended by a friend, but it has two mains cables. And it's not the fact there's two mains cables that's the problem. The problem is there's a mains transformer in between this and the mains cable. So you couldn't put the mains cable through some conduit, which is what we need. So those ones didn't work. Did come highly recommended though, and I appreciated the recommendation, but it just didn't work for us. So there we go, there's the actual pump. What we're going to do is tomorrow, which you'll see this in about 10 seconds time, tomorrow we'll connect it all up, pop it in the pond, and you can see exactly what the jets are like. So see in about 3 seconds. So here we are, 2 minutes later as promised. Here we are at the pond. So this is the pond before we've done anything. It's about 3 years old, the pond. It was rebuilt about 3 years ago, and it grows that quickly. All of the stuff around the outside, all of this wasn't there in the winter, and it's now mid-August. So we've got lots of plants and stuff in it, which is obviously making it green and mouldy. So this is the before. I'll show you a few little clips of us putting the pond pump in, etc. I'll show you a close-up of how green the water is. There is a lot of weeds and stuff in here, so that's not helping. And we've had the pond the outside socket fitted, which is here. So this was fitted this week. It's one of the delays for having the pump fitted really was we didn't have outdoor power. We didn't want to be drilling holes through the window frames, etc. So this is the pond outside. It's not very deep. The pond before it was rebuilt used to be probably half this size again, and a lot deeper. It was actually, if you wore waders, it was almost up to your neck, the depth of it, because the previous owners of the house, I think they must have had more fish. We don't have fish because there's newts in the pond, and also the birds just eat all the fish. So it was deeper before, but now, so I think it's about 3 foot at the deepest in the pond. So anyway, this is the before. I'll show you some bits and bobs during it, and I'll show you how powerful the pump is once it's all plumbed in. Got my trusty net. The first job of the day is to scoop out some of this pond weed. Got to be careful because there are newts, as I say, in the pond, and every single scoop of pond weedy type stuff, well, not this weed particularly, but the stuff that's grown on the bottom with the roots, every single part of it has newts in it, so we need to obviously make sure they're not hurt, not that they've been returned to the pond. First job, I've taken some plants out, skimmed a bit of the water, although it looks it's like a swampy mess still. And we've got, when we had the pond fitted, we've got a conduit plastic pipe there for the wire for the pump that comes out here, so that was a bit of digging needed. But these pond plants have grown massively. They were actually from the old pond and they're just abandoned and thrown away. So I just found some roots within the pile of rubbish of the old pond material, and that's what every single one of these pond plants is. We like to do a bit of recycling here. About breath though. So the next thing is to try and feed the pump wire through there. I've also got the pond draining a little bit as well to get a bit of the manky water out, to see if that helps. Right, we've got it all plumbed in a little test mode, so we'll see how powerful it is. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Huh? Oh.
You haven't plugged it in properly.
False start. Hadn't plugged it in properly.
No, we hadn't not plugged it in properly.
Oop. Right. Count down, Viv.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Jazzy. This is test number 1. We obviously need to reposition it and sort out the waterfall, etc. So successful so far. Well, it's all installed now. It needs a bit of tidying up, etc. And I need to move these ladders, which I've been using to get the thing in the pond. Turns out the pond's about 1 foot deep, which we didn't realise. So it is more powerful than I was expecting. It's only running the fountain, not the waterfall. But there is a waterfall attachment. That little grey thing there is the screw for the waterfall. Water always comes out of that. It's to save the pump from damaging if the fountain head ever blocks. So if this is all blocked and nothing comes out, it all comes out there. So there's always going to be water coming out of the waterfall attachment, so don't think that's the fault. It seems fine so far. We've literally had the thing running about 5 minutes. Now we're filling the pond up again because we had a little bit of a drain of the pond just to try and get rid of some of the manky water. I'll give you a review in a week or so when it's been running non-stop to see if it's made any difference. Some of the reviews I've seen said it didn't actually change the colour of the water, but fingers crossed this UV light that's inside of it will help with that. But we've got no problems with the power of it. It's a nice height fountain. The fountain head's blocked already, but that's the fault of the pump, I think. I don't think any of the ends are standard sizes. I think a half inch, I think it said they were, but they don't fit any Hozelock fittings, which is bizarre because it's a Hozelock product. And if you look at like a Hozelock hose pipe like that, you can't just pop that on the end anyway. You've got to have adapters and stuff. All the bits and pieces are all plastic, as well as the bits inside the valves are plastic. So longevity, I don't think it's going to last forever, but it's got a 3-year warranty. So fingers crossed it lasts at least 3 years. So I'll give you a review in a week, and then maybe in 2 weeks, or if there's any dramatic difference, I might do a review a bit quicker than then. So far, quite happy with it. One more quick thing, the fountain head clips onto the body, so if I can show you with my finger, probably can't. So where the fountain head is, it's in 2 pieces. So to clean it, you have to take the fountain head apart, which is quite standard. But this one, it doesn't seem to unclip easily. So I think you might have a problem with the fountain head clogging. As you can see, it's clogged already after 5, 10, 15 minutes of use. So that's something we need to monitor as well. It comes with 2 of these sort of traditional fountains. This is the one with the most holes, has one with less holes, and it also has a bell jet attachment as well, so we will be trying all of them. The bell jet will be quite handy because it won't block as easily, but we'll keep an eye on that as we will with everything else, and we'll get back to you in a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Unexpected update on the fountain. I've just switched it off, but it's been on for about 2 hours or so, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's dramatically cleared the water after less than 2 hours. We have been scooping some of the stuff out, as you saw before, so we've scooped some stuff out. We've done a very slight water change, but only about, I don't know, an hour's worth of the water being drained out. But you can actually see the bottom of the pond now, which you couldn't before, and you can see the bottom of the pump. So far so good, and this is after 2 hours worth. The only reason I've switched it off is so you can hear me talking. Impressed so far though. It's only been 3 years, but we've eventually got the pond pump fitted in Viv's pond. So we're having a little countdown today. Stephen's over there with the buttons. Viv's there to do the ceremony.
90.
No, I think we need a countdown from 5. Countdown from 5, Viv.
5, 4, 3, Alexa, 2, 1, 0.
We'll have a pond filter pump fountain thing in the pond now eventually. Has taken 4 years, as I say, but look, isn't it? Do you like it, Viv?
Move me duck.
No, Viv, I can't move your duck. Oh, no, your duck's there for now. Do you like your new fountain, Viv? Do you love your new fountain? Ooh. Happy new fountain day, everybody. Hi, everyone. Time for a little pond update. I was going to turn the pump off so you can see the water a bit more clearly, but I didn't. So it's about 4 days since we installed the pond. This is an absolute terrible video because you can see absolutely nothing, so you'll have to take my word for it. The pump's been on about, say, 4 or 5 days, I would say. The fountain's still as high as it was before, so the pump hasn't got clogged up yet. And I can see from where I am, I can see the bottom of the pond. So I would say it took about 3 days to clear. Now, oh, you can't see a thing. I'll show you later on. What we did do, we did pick out lots of pond weed, lots of this sort of stuff, you know, the little pebbly looking stuff, and lots of bits of weeds and stuff that were around the pond plants. So it is clear because of that as well as the pump, but the pump's done an amazing job. Very impressed with it so far. So I haven't checked to see whether the UV light's on. It should be, but to find out if it's on, you need to take all of the plastic off there and you can see the light glowing. So I might do that one night time just to check it is working. But another thing we've noticed it's done, because the water's moving, it's pushed all of this green sort of like mossy stuff to the side, so that makes it look more clear as well. But so far, we're very impressed with it. Hey everyone, I'm going to give you an update on the pond pump now. So this is a week on. The pond is still absolutely beautifully, it's not crystal clear. I will turn the pump off so you can see how clear it is when the fountain isn't rippling. So I haven't had to clean the fountain head yet, which I was quite surprised at. We haven't had to clean the pump yet. So I turned it off before to see how clear it is, and you can still see the bottom of the pump. And it's got little bits and pieces stuck to it, but it isn't all clogged up. So compared to what it was like before, it's quite miraculous. So I'm going to turn the pump off now and I'll show you how clear the water is. That was an effort. It's quite hard opening the pump thing, that you know, the clips on the waterproof socket. So I don't know if I showed you this before, but this is the conduit that we had in already. When we had the pond rebuilt, we had this conduit go through there to there so we could wire a pumping in the future. We've just got some sort of other stuff there, and this all, see this bushy stuff here, this geranium, this grows instantly, so within about 2 weeks that'll all be covered. Obviously we have to be careful we don't chop through it with a fork or a spade. So I'm not sure whether you can see, I'm going to go a bit lower down. Don't know whether you can see, it might be the worst time of the day to show you the bottom of the pond, but you can see the bottom of the filter there, and you can actually see the bottom of the pond. As I was saying in the previous clip, we found out the pond's only about 1.5 feet deep at the deepest. It used to be about 5 foot deep, but when it was rebuilt, the pond was made quite a bit smaller, because back there's another little mini header pond, and there was like a mini waterfall came down here. So when they rebuilt it, we just had it done slightly smaller. So there's the bottom of the pond there. But I would probably recommend this pump, to be honest. There isn't that many we could find that was a filter and a pump. The problem we found was there was another one. This one's just got a mains voltage cable, runs, I think it's a 10 metre cable, I think, runs to the pump. The one that we were recommended by a friend was similar to this one, but it had 2 power outlets, and both the power outlets had mains transformers, which is fine, but the mains transformer was between here and there. So for example, you couldn't have it going through a conduit because the mains transformer would be in the water, which obviously wouldn't work. So that pump didn't work. It wasn't the problem that it had 2 power outlets needed, 2 plugs needed. That wasn't the problem. The problem was that, and the mains transformers were in the wrong place. And when you think that should have been a big long bit of wire, and the mains transformer should have been there next to the plug, so that's why we didn't go for that one. But I would recommend this one. We've had it about, I'm guessing, a week and a half, 2 weeks now. It actually cleared the pond almost straight away. And although it's not the most attractive bottom of the pond because it's, you know, it's a pond liner at the end of the day. It hasn't got gravel or anything. It's done an absolute brilliant job. So if you're looking for a sort of reasonably priced pump, this is the one we ordered. We got the 900, which was the biggest one. We didn't know what size we needed, but we just got the biggest one because why not? 100% recommend it. We haven't connected it to a water feature yet, which is what that little adapter thing there is. Not sure how it will last because all of the fittings are plastic, but it's, you know, it's a garden pond. It's not going to have too much heavy use, but we are going to leave it on all the time. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want any more of this kind of content, there probably won't be any more pond content, to be fair, but if you want any more content, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, follow me on Instagram, which is Disney Mark, TikTok Disney Mark, and on Instagram. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.